Chainsaw Man movie is a memorable masterpiece. The music, the story, the animation, you remember everything. But most of all, you remember her. Reze.
I thought I saw your face today, but I just turned my head away, your face against the tree.
It is not so often that the internet loses its mind for a character, and you can't blame them, because something special and unique about Reze makes her extremely likable. As the main antagonist, she should have been hated, but instead, endless love. But here's a question. Why? Have you ever heard of the term perfect catastrophe? That would be Reze's life. Here's how. Just like our main character Denji, or perhaps even worse, Reze from her childhood has had a traumatic life. She is an experiment child taken by the Soviet Union to be turned into a super soldier. One of the many kids who the Soviet Union tried turning into the bomb devil, suffering experiments after experiments just to be evil. But how will this exactly make you like Reze? Reze is neither evil nor the bomb devil of her own will. Being forced to be a weapon, being forced to be a tool to kill, all of these facets of Reze's life constitute this labyrinthine of emotions towards her, which renders her evil actions moot and instead sparks the fire of affection in Sansa's heart. She's not evil by choice after all, and I'm not exactly saying this from the whim of the heart, but you can genuinely see it. The contrast of Reze's life is conspicuously visible. For instance, when Reze was killing this man in the school building, it's just a tool doing what it's supposed to do, with no emotions nor any intent. Or so you think. Reze had emotions behind her actions all along, but just hidden behind the contrast. Actually, I've been hearing that contrast this entire time. The song she was singing here, which you hear currently, shows her contrasting emotions against her actions. It's a song about a simple, ordinary life, drinking coffee in the cafe and having a natural death. All the normal things that are out of reach for a tool, for a weapon, for a bomb devil, for Reze. It's a fate far from the reach of a Soviet assassin. Her wants are in contrast with the reality. This shows that even after turning into the bomb devil, her heart still clings to hope. Hope to have a normal life. But don't forget, her life is a perfect catastrophe. It all seems very calm right now, but trust me, this is just the silence before the storm. And this exact loud silence is very perceptible in the movie's most famous section, the pool scene. It all simply seems like Reze's plan to lure Denji in the trap, to teach Denji to rely on Reze, but it simply is not that simple. The entire section is carefully orchestrated to portray the true feelings of Reze. In fact, just one simple eye expression embarks the start of it. You can see Reze enjoying the normalcy with Denji. And rather than trapping, it feels like the two of them are just connected. Two kids with messed up upbringing sharing a bond. This section is where it becomes evident that Reze earns for a normal life. And in this pool section, a masterful foreshadowing about Reze has been done. On and off on your screens, you can see a spider trying to trap a monarch butterfly. At first glance, it may seem like the spider has trapped the monarch butterfly, the spider being Reze trapping Denji, the monarch butterfly. But near the end of the scene, the spider dies. Because of the poisonous monarch butterfly. This symbolizes that drowning an innocent will only drown the evil. But the question arises here of who is actually innocent? Your first response may be denji, but is that really right? While it fits from the point of view of the movie, if you try to look despite of all of it, you'll find a much deeper meaning beyond the movie. Alas, the storm has reached. Leaving behind the perfect, we are finally at the catastrophe. In the beginning of this video, I stated that Reze is liked because of something very unique. Well, a character is usually remembered because of their actions throughout the anime. But Reze is remembered because of something that happens at the very end of the movie. As we have seen, Reze's heart still seeks a normal life, and this hope was turned into desire after meeting Denji, as if Reze had a wake-up call. After spending that time with Denji, Reze decided to chase that hope. She decided to pursue that desire for a normal life. In spite of all the risks, she decided to return to Denji, but her life is a perfect catastrophe. To reiterate my words, Reze is remembered because of something that happens at the very end of the movie. Reze is remembered because of her end. Reze lived her entire life hoping for nothing but normality. However, just one step away from her, all her aspirations were crushed. All her dreams are just across the road. The life she has wanted for so long is right there in front of her, but she can't do anything except just watch as she takes her last breath. This insinuates feeling of an abyss, an empty void, wrath towards Makima, which transcended the screens and imprinted itself in the hearts of the viewers as Byzantine emotions, which you can see very evidently on the internet. This end of the arc deeply affected the fans, causing a widespread trend for Reze, resulting in many fan-made endings where Reze was able to reach the cafe. Plus, Reze was extravagantly cherished by the fans because of her true connection with Denji. The entire time she and Denji were on the screen, the chemistry was vivid, but sadly, it will be lost forever. Reze will never be able to tell Denji that she also never went to school. So, did you notice? During this entire video, you have been subjects to a fable. City mouse versus country mouse. This entire video we have explored the risks of being the city mouse, the constant danger, continually fighting to survive, day and night being near death. City mouse lives in the counterfeit of city freedom, which you obviously observed in Reze's life. After all, she is the country mouse, forced to be a city mouse. When she asks this question to Denji, she leaked her true feelings of how she wants to be a country mouse, how she wants to abandon being a tool. She does not want to be a weapon. She just wants a peaceful, normal life. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I ask you the same question. Do you want to be a city mouse or a country mouse? If you want to be the city mouse, then click on my nose to subscribe. And if you want to be the country mouse, then watch this video right here. And if you want to be a little bit of both, then watch this video right here. You need to choose fast. This video is going to end.